Jeg sidder her og chiller med Scott Miller. Jeg sidder her med en fyr ved siden af mig, der er en af de mest indflydelsesrige i spilbranchen. Det er han i hvert fald blevet fortalt om af flere omgange af forskellige medier. So Scott Miller, first of all, maybe you could like do some Scott Miller highlights just to let the people know you.
Sure. I got my start probably back around 1990. Our first big games were Commander Keen and Wolfenstein, and then we went on to do Rise of the Triad, Duke Nukem, Max Payne, Shadow Warrior, Prey, and actually about 30 games total. Several were really big hits, and so for the last 25 years, I've been involved with this industry, and now I'm working with Fred and Interceptor and having a great time creating more new games.
Yeah, now you're in Denmark.
Yes.
And why the heck are you in Denmark?
Well, I'm in Denmark because Fred and his company are working on a game, Bombshell, that was something that it was an idea that actually 3D Realms came up with many years ago, and now Interceptor owns the idea, and they're developing a game, and I'm up here sort of consulting and helping the team, and I'm having a great time, and we're building, I think, another great franchise. We've come up with some really cool design ideas that I think gamers are going to love. We're developing a character that I think is very unique, and it's going to have a lot of cool gameplay ideas attached to her. And working with this team, I can't say enough good things about this team. This team is full of passion, full of talent, and kind of reminds me of the early days working with Remedy Entertainment when we were making Max Payne.
Max Payne, that's also a great game.
Yes,
almost brings tears to my eyes because
right.
I played it a lot.
Well, I mean, I love working with teams that are in early stages, growing, talented, hungry, passionate. I saw that with Remedy back in the day, and they're still a great team. And Interceptor, I think, has that same sort of energy and passion. And I can't be more excited to be part of the process.
And you mentioned it before, Bombshell is actually a character from the past.
Yes.
So how did the idea for her come up?
I was actually watching a movie called Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson, right? And I was thinking, the video game industry needs a really strong female, sort of kick butt character. Then we toyed around with the idea of maybe merging Bombshell into the Duke Nukem universe, and we never ended up making that work out. And so, as time went on, I started talking to Fred about the idea of just doing a Bombshell game, and we talked about it more and more. It became like, this could really be something interesting, as we sort of, increased the depth of the character and the gameplay elements, and, she has this unique arm and unique ways to use that, and it just became more and more exciting, and now the game's underway. Got to reach the point to where it was like, we have to do this game. So
actually Bombshell is a combination between Duke Nukem and Pamela Anderson.
I wouldn't say so much.
If they had a baby, would it be Bombshell?
Maybe early on it might have been like that, but I don't really see the Duke Nukem connection. She really is her own standalone character now with her own unique traits, and frankly, she might just kick Duke Nukem's ass.
How do you think that she turned out now?
I am extremely excited about how she's turning out. There's so many really cool ideas we've attached to her. Her set of weaponry is so unique and fun, and her upgradable sort of powers and so on. The way she looks, I think she's just a strong character from toe to head.
Now you have been here a week, and how do you think that the outcome will be? For you being here and it's maybe inspired the team, hopefully.
I think we've made wonderful progress. Like a week here is worth 3 months not being here. Just talking with Skype and everything. Just so much has been done, so much progress has been made, and I think the team is really energized by just all of us spending time together and brainstorming and working out the fine details of characters and story and so on. That this team is just like a dream come true in my opinion. So
if you should place this game, you have been involved in a lot of hits, and what is your feeling about this game compared to all of those hit games?
I had back when we were launching Max Payne, I was just giddy with excitement because I knew we were onto something. I feel the same way with this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Så der er store forhåbninger til danske Bombshell.